You spend months pouring your energy into a project at work. The team praises your effort, your manager is thrilled, but someone leaves one piece of minor, slightly irritating criticism on the final slide. Suddenly, that single flaw clouds the entire achievement. Consider your social life. You have an incredible week where everything goes right, and then you see a single negative comment on your feed. That one string of text dictates your emotional state for the rest of the day. Why does human psychology default to this disproportionate fixation on the negative? It is easy to look at this recurring behavior and wonder if it stems from a structural flaw in your thinking. Psychologists Paul Rozin and Edward Roisman formally documented this cognitive pattern. They identified it as a universally shared mechanism called negativity bias. Their research points to a distinct neurological reality. Bad experiences possess significantly more physical weight and demand more processing power in your brain than equally good experiences. This tendency to fixate on the negative represents a survival system operating in a modern environment it was never built for. To see where this code was originally written, we look back roughly 100,000 years. Early human survival was a brutal, high-stakes reality where a single miscalculation usually meant death. Imagine two early humans. Caveman A is an optimist. He hears a sudden rustling in the tall grass and assumes it is only the wind. If he is wrong and that rustling is a predator, his optimism is instantly terminal. Now look at Caveman B. He is highly anxious and distinctly pessimistic. He hears the exact same rustling noise in the grass. He immediately treats this unknown variable as a lethal threat and starts sprinting away. The evolutionary math here is driven by risk asymmetry. Wasting energy running from a false alarm carries a minor biological penalty. Ignoring a genuine threat is a fatal error. Over thousands of generations, natural selection systematically eliminated the optimists from the gene pool. They relaxed when they should have run. Modern humans are the exclusive descendants of the hyper-vigilant, threat-scanning survivors. The baseline anxiety we feel today represents a biological survival strategy inherited from these paranoid ancestors. We can locate exactly where this inherited mechanism lives inside the physical brain. Deep within the temporal lobe is the amygdala, the biological center responsible for processing emotional threats. This chart shows the amygdala reacts almost twice as strongly to negative stimuli. Neuroscientists call this Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. Bad memories burn deep, fast neural pathways, while good memories leave only a superficial scratch. Daily friction occurs because of an environmental mismatch. Our operating environment has modernized, but our biological hardware has remained the same. Your amygdala cannot differentiate between a predator attack in the brush and a passive-aggressive corporate email sitting in your inbox. It triggers the same biological alarm system for both. Chronic modern frustrations, extreme loss aversion, and held grudges are the physical symptoms of ancient survival hardware operating in a modern environment. A 100,000-year-old biological survival system cannot be erased by vague positive thinking. However, through neuroplasticity, you can manually update your mental software by actively building new competing neural pathways. Clinical researchers recommend 4 actionable protocols. The first is name it to tame it. By verbally labeling a negative emotion, you force the rational prefrontal cortex to activate. This physical shift of energy cools down the amygdala's panic response. The second protocol is known as the 3-to-1 ratio. Because negative experiences possess so much neurological density, you have to consciously inject 3 concrete positive moments into your day to physically offset the heavy weight of a single bad experience. This achieves a neurological equilibrium. Protocol 3 is the pause protocol. Taking a deliberate 2-second pause to question if a threat is actually genuine gives your rational brain the time it needs to override your caveman reflex. The final protocol is deliberate savoring. When something positive happens, hold your attention on that event for 20 to 30 seconds. This mechanism forces the brain to move the experience out of temporary memory and physically install it into long-term storage. Utilizing these 4 protocols acts as a manual software update. By naming, balancing, pausing, and savoring, You gradually carve new, stronger positive highways straight through the physical terrain of your brain. While human biology defaults to negativity, actively overriding this ancient programming provides a path toward a more balanced perspective. What is one caveman overreaction you notice in your own life? Tell me in the comments below.